What's good, you guys? We're back again with another video, and today we're going to continue my position rankings video. I've done point guards, I've done shooting guards, and done small forwards. Now it's time for the power forward list. Like I said in my previous videos, I get all of my positions from Basketball Reference. So if you get confused and be like, oh, that's a power forward, or I mean that's a small forward, that's a center, no. On Basketball Reference it says they're a power forward. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, because this right here is embarrassing. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. We put out very good content on this channel. I like to think so. A lot of people tell me so. So make sure you subscribe, like, subscribe, share with your friends. But let's get to the video. At number 10, we have newly NBA champion Aaron Gordon. Now, I am very happy he's on this list, man. I've been a person that's always wanted more from Aaron Gordon ever since the Orlando days. Like, I've always felt like he should have been an all-star. I even believe one year he got snubbed and he got taken, his all-star got taken from like Chris Middleton. But seeing what he did this year, man, I had to put him on this list. At times he felt like the second best player on the Nuggets, and that's the team with Jamal Murray. But then Jamal Murray kind of took it back in the playoffs. But that's not the point. Aaron Gordon was really good this season, man, especially on defense, because that's what they needed. They didn't really have a guy to guard the main guys on other teams, and he kind of took that role, guarding point guards, guarding shooting guards, guarding small forwards, power forwards. He did it all for this team, man, and I think he deserves this respect to be on this list. And I'm just happy that he had a really good season. You've seen it a lot in the playoffs, going against guys like KD. At times, even shutting KD down, going against guys like Jimmy Butler, doing the same thing with him. I think he deserves a lot of respect for what he did this year, and I think his self-creation when it comes to his own scoring got a lot better this year than it was last year. Like, it was more efficient this year. So shout out to Aaron Gordon, man. He deserves a spot on this list. At number 9, we have the Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. Now, I know he's been getting killed on the internet lately, but he still had a very, very good season, man. He had one of the best shot blocking seasons we've seen of all time. That's why he won Defensive Player of the Year, man. The shot blocking was crazy. I know they had that whole scandal with the Memphis thing and how they used to up his shot blocking. No, like, he really got all them blocks, man. He is a very, very good rim protector, and I think he showed some important flashes on offense. I want to see a lot more. I want to see more consistency. But when Ja was out, he kind of stepped up his game a lot, and I really like that, and I really took that into account when I made this list. I couldn't put him over the guy above him, but I do think they're very close with each other. But I just think he had a very good season this year, and he deserves some respect. But the talent of Jaren Jackson should be way higher, like a guy that can spread the floor, that can score on his own, that can be an elite defender on perimeter in the paint. He should be higher on this list, but with him is more about consistency, and that's something that he doesn't show a lot. So that's why he's super low to some of y'all. Y'all probably think he's low. That's why he's low on this list. I want more consistency from Jaren Jackson. So that's why he's number 9. Now at number 8, we have Evan Mobley. Listen, I think Evan Mobley had a very underrated season. I think because all the hype that Donovan Mitchell got, that Darius Garland got, that the Cavs got in general, I think he had a very underrated season, mostly on offense. His defense, that was why he finished second in the league in Defensive Player of the Year. They recognized the defense. He was very lead on defense. The stuff that he did on defense this year, I haven't seen from a guy his size. I'm talking about being able to guard perimeter guards and perimeter scorers for whole games, not just on switches. That's why I look at him on a different level when it comes to defense, because not on switches, he's guarding guys for whole games. Like, we told him to go out there, guard Luka, guard Jason Tatum, guard Jimmy Butler, and he's done an elite job at that. So I just have to rate him that high when it comes to his defense. And on offense, he showed me a lot last season. Like, I didn't think his footwork was that good. I think he showed some flashes in the rookie season, but he had really good footwork this year, really good touch around the rim. We're still waiting for that mid-range shot to come, but it was more efficient than it was in his previous year, and the three-point shot was more efficient. But I just can't wait till he puts it all together, because when he puts it all together, he's going to be the best guy on our team by far. The one thing I want from him, and it's not his fault, I want him to be more of a passer. We don't use him as a passer a lot, but when he does pass, he's a very good passer for a big man. I think he's a very underrated big man passer, and that's why I had him over guys like Jaren Jackson and Aaron Gordon. I just think he's the more complete player. So I have Evan Mobley at number 8. Now, this one might be weird to y'all, but at number 7, I have Julius Randle. Listen, I am not the biggest Julius Randle fan. The guys that are under him, I would rather have, but Julius Randle is still better than those guys. As a basketball player, he's better than those guys. I think he improved on defense. I think his playmaking improved this year. Playing off ball improved this year. It's just, he just has that thing where he just takes a lot of dumb shots, but like, in the regular season, he was super efficient at taking those dumb shots, man. He's one of the best power forwards we have in this league, one of the best forwards we have in this league, one of the best big man playmakers we have in this league. He's just super complete, and I think his defense, along with his rebounding, improved this season. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, what happened in the playoffs, man? If I had to rate everybody off their playoffs, a lot of y'all favorite players won't be as high as they are. So I'm just not going to do that. I take into account the whole season. I'm not like these playoff merchants. No, I'm a whole season type of guy. That's why you didn't see Jamal Murray on my top 10 point guard list, because I just don't think he's a top 10 point guard. But guys like Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson, and Aaron Gordon are just not better basketball players than Julius Randle as of right now. But Julius Randle will drop next year because they will probably leave him. But yeah, he's a really good basketball player, and I don't think he had as bad as a playoff than a lot of people like to say. Like, I think he was pretty effective against us. He was pretty good. He helped with the rebounding against us. So I have Julius Randle at number 7. Now this one is probably going to confuse y'all, but I have Draymond at number 6. Listen, the numbers don't stack up with any of the guys below him, but Draymond is just, I don't want to say he clears those players, but the impact is just, it's so clear of those players. I'm going to say it. The impact of Draymond Green is so clear of the guys below him, man. He's still a leader, well, a secondary leader to one of the best offenses we've seen of all time. That's still a very good offense. He's still a leader to one of the best defenses we have in this league, and that's with a team that doesn't really have that much defenders. Like, Draymond is still the same guy. Yes, the scoring is not there, and maybe the defense is not there for when it was in like 2016, because that was like top 5 of all time defensive seasons, but he is still, to me, the best defender. I'm talking about, I can put him on literally 449 players in the league, and it's only 450 in the league. I could put him on all those players in the league, and I'm pretty sure he can stop most of them. He's not going to stop the cream of the crop, like, not going to stop the Jokic's and the Embiid's, but he's going to do better than a lot of other bigs can do on them. So I just have to give Draymond his respect. I don't think he's dipped that much. I think the playmaking is still elite. The shooting has dropped, yes. The scoring has dropped, yes, but the playmaking is still elite, if not better than it was when it was at the peak of their powers. The defense is still there. If you can tell me what did he lose on defense in 2016, let me know, because I don't see it. I think he's still the same guy. He just don't got the scoring that y'all want from him so bad. But when it comes to impacting the game at other levels, he just clears the guys that are under him. So I can't put them over him, even though they might be more talented players. That's just not how I'm going to guard that. That's just not smart to do, man. Draymond is still better than those guys. So shout out to Draymond Green. Now, I was arguing between Draymond and Laurie, but Laurie just had such an elite season. So at number 5, I have Laurie, bro. Y'all know how much of a fan I am of Laurie Marketing. Like I said to people all the time, he would have did this with us. That's why I kind of regret the trade. But what he did with Utah is just unbelievable, bro. Like, I hate how they use that, oh, Tyrese had the Pacers in the playoffs, but they never used that with Laurie. But they was in the playoffs for the first 2 months. But that's not the point, man. Laurie Marketing was just super complete last year when it comes to his scoring, and I think on defense he was the same way. But his scoring was just at some all-time level efficiency, especially the catch and shoot numbers. Like, he was very, very good last year, and I'm hoping he can kind of build something with this team, man, because I'm not gonna lie, the way he looked like a number 1 option for a championship team if they put some options around him. But if he's not, he's going to be one of the best number 2s we have in this league. But as a number 1, for him to do that in his first season when he has his own team, it was just impressive, bro. It was impressive. And I really wish he was doing the Cavaliers jersey, man, because I really do feel like he could have did that with us. So at number 5, I have Laurie Marketing. Now, at number 4, I have Zion. Listen, I was struggling between Zion and Pascal, but I'll tell you why I have Pascal over him next. But Zion, in the, I believe it was 29 games he played, was just very good. He was at MVP levels. He literally had the Pelicans as the number 1 seed, but like I said, I don't like using that stuff. But still, like, they was very good when they had Zion, and you could tell they missed him a lot. But I just want to see it, man. I want to see it for 60 games. And we saw it one time, and when we seen it, what was he? 2nd team all NBA. But like, I want to see it again, bro. Like, Zion is that good that, like, if he can give you 65 games, he can give you like 27-7, and he can give you 37-7. Crazy efficiency. Like, he can be an MVP level guy if he can just give us those 65 games, man. He was killing. He was killing, and I think the playmaking took a jump this season, man. And I loved it. I love it, man. I just hope that we can get him and BI to play at least 50 games together, because if they do, they will be arguably the best duo in the league because they fit so perfectly. So I have Zion at 4, and it sucks because I want to have him higher. Like, if he was healthy, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I have a very hot take about Zion. Like, if Zion's healthy, that boy can crack the top 5 easily. It's just not a lot of guys in the league that's as talented as he is, bro. It's not as talented as dominant. It's not a lot, bro. But like I said, I have Zion at number 4. I made a video about it last year, and I feel the same way. Pascal Siakam is still the most disrespected star in the league, and I understand, because I'm gonna be honest, even I don't watch Toronto basketball as much, but I know the casual fan is not watching Toronto basketball, so they don't know the major improvements that Pascal Siakam has made in his game. They probably still think he's a spin first guy. That's all he do. No, Pascal Siakam over the years has gotten some game. Like some game. The mid-range game is elite. The shooting is elite for a big. Attacking the rim is elite. The playmaking for a big, again, is elite. The defense, I wouldn't say it's elite, but I still think he's a pretty good defender. Pascal Siakam, to me, is a lock top 20 guy, but won't get the respect because the game is not pretty. And that's all the casuals, that's all a lot of fans these days care about, is that pretty shit. But Pascal Siakam is a fucking baller. Respect him. I think he started playing basketball at 16, 17. For him to be this good is crazy. It is crazy. Pascal Siakam is cold. He's cold. So I have him at number 3. Now Kevin Durant is at number 2. Listen, if this position was more stacked, he probably would have been lower. Even though I still have him as like a top 7 guy. But like, if Zion could give me 60 games, I'm taking him over the last 2 motherfuckers I named. I'm taking him over KD, and I'm taking him over Pascal. But that's not the point. KD is still right here, man. KD is still a top 5 to some, maybe top, for sure, top 7 guy in the league. It's just, man, attacking them rims is not there for KD anymore, and the explosiveness and the athleticism is just not there for KD. But when it comes to that mid-range scoring, it was at a point where he was shooting like 70% from the mid-range. Like, he had an all-time mid-range season. He played very good this season, and when he was on the Nets, the defense was elite. It was still elite for the Suns, but like, it was only like 15 games, so like, we really couldn't see it at all. But yeah, KD is still that guy. He's still that guy. But Zion, I'm telling you, and that might be an overstatement, but Zion for 60 games, he would make this shit look a lot different. I'm telling you. And at number 1, we have, who to me is the best basketball player in the world, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Man, he's getting disrespected a lot. Like, I'm seeing people put Luka over him, and I'm like, yo, is that shit gotten that bad? Like, first of all, to me, should have been MVP. The last 2 years should have been MVP. He had a very good season. I think his defense stepped up this season. The shooting wasn't, but the defense definitely stepped up to me this season. And yeah, in the playoffs, they lost in 5, but he didn't play 2 of those games. And in the games he played, the motherfucker damn near averaged. Well, I don't know how much he averaged the first game, but the last 2 games, he had a triple-double. Like, he was that dominant. Like, he's still very good. And I understand it's like, it's easy to nitpick his game, because same thing with Pascal Siakam. The game is not cute. But Zion, I mean, not Zion. I'm sorry, I just want to talk about Zion so bad. I might make a video about him. But Giannis is still that guy, bro. I understand the Jokic hype, just won a championship. And I understand y'all want to crown him, but y'all did not do it when it was Steph Curry. When Steph Curry won, Giannis is still the best player. And that is fucking wild. So y'all want to do it with Jokic? No. Giannis is still the best player. I'm sorry. So shout out to Giannis, man. He's still keeping that level of dominancy that I haven't seen in my lifetime, because I didn't watch Shaq. So that's why I have at number 1. Now that's it for the rest of this video. Like I said, man, a part of me so bad wants to make a Zion video, and I might, because talent wise, if he can give you 60 games, that is a lot. 27-7. 20, that's a lot. 20, not even 20. That's a lot. 37-7. Like, for real, 30 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and that's crazy. But I don't know if he could give me 60 games. That's the point. But that's it for this video, man. I will talk to you guys later on. I'm definitely dropping Wednesday. Okay, I'm not gonna say what. I'm dropping one more time this week. So I'll talk to you guys later.